So here I am joined by Deniz Ilbay. Thank you for joining me, Deniz. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great, thank you, mate. Thanks for asking. So I just want to start by talking about obviously you were a pro boxer. What was it that made you want to transition from pro boxing to mixed martial arts?
So the most people, they just know me as a pro boxer because I think I was 16 when I changed from Muay Thai to pro boxing because of an injury on my leg. And so after 10 years, the people just recognize me as the guy who's the pro boxer. But my roots, they are coming from mixed martial arts. Since I'm four, I started with everything: wrestling, grappling, a little bit of I would say a little bit of wrestling and grappling, but a lot of Muay Thai, you know. So and I thought about it. I think 2020 when the first COVID pandemic started. What my first thought about that, I say to my dad, look, maybe I will change to MMA. And he said to me, okay, if you want, you can do it. But we are waiting for some contracts for pro boxing fights. And because of the pandemic, it doesn't happen. So I think last year in May or June was so that I told my dad, okay, now I will change to MMA and we will start the journey.
Well, it's been a very successful journey so far. Obviously, you've had 3 professional MMA fights now, and in your last one, against Denis Gonzalez, you looked phenomenal. Just looking back at that performance against Denis, how did you feel that performance went?
I mean, one thing that nobody knows about the last preparation was 2 weeks before the fight. I was very ill. I was very sick. It's not an excuse or anything, but I talked to my manager and I asked him, should I fight? Should I not fight? And he told me, if you want to fight, fight. But yeah, I don't want to give you an easier opponent. And I told him, no, give me that opponent that is ready for it. And so, but for me, I think it was his game plan was to bring me down because he's a good grappler, and my game plan was just to to give him a good ground and pound, and I think that happened. And to try to let him fight me in the stand up. And if you watch the fight, I think in the second round when I punched him softly, he he fall down and do this to me like, come on, let's grapple. But yeah, this is now for me, my mission is to make my grappling better, to make my wrestling better. And I think, yeah, it was a good fight. For me, it was a perfect fight. The first fight over 3 5 minutes rounds, and for me it was perfect.
Yeah. So obviously we've just touched on the fact that you're from a striking background, being a professional boxer, and like you've just said, fighting Muay Thai before. Would you say that you've fallen in love with the grappling side of the game?
Um, the contact was not so good. So just
Repeat the question. Yeah.
you I think
Just the internet.
just once again, yeah, the question once again.
Yeah. So obviously we've just touched on the fact that you are a stand-up fighter, being from a pro boxing background and Muay Thai. In your last performance, obviously you showed a very good grappling game. Would you say you've fallen in love with that part of mixed martial arts?
Yes, of course. I fall in love with the wrestling game. You know, I like it. I have a really, I think I have the best wrestling coach in Germany, Max Schwind. And now I have the for my opinion, one of the best luta livre coaches in Europe, Andy Conda. I don't know if you know him. He's a very strong guy, very good guy, long time in the game. And 1 week after the fight, I was directly by his first session, and I asked him, would you start this journey with me? And he told me, of course, because you are one of the craziest striker in Germany I know. And yeah, let us start this journey. And yeah, I would say that I fall in love with this game. I like it.
How much more confidence does it give you in the grappling department working with such a good coach like that?
This is unbelievable. It's the same thing like when I train with Max Schwind. Yeah, he's one of the craziest wrestling guys I have ever seen. And when he's in my corner after the fight, he came to me and he said, "Look, man, you have a really good wrestling coach. 3 takedowns and all of them 100%." And I said, "Yeah, that's because I have a good coach." And it gives me a lot of confidence to have some people like Max Schwind, Andy Conda, or my father. He's my striking coach. So I think with this 3 types of different guys, I think this will be, and I try to adapt everything, and I think the future will show that this is the right team for me.
Yeah, for sure. Just touching back on your pro boxing background, do you think it's important coming into MMA with some sort of combat sport background than having none at all?
Yes, of course. I mean, MMA is something different. If you the in the last fight, my how can I say it? My thoughts always were, if I go to the infight with such a tall guy, he can just bring up a knee and everything can be over. So, but I learned one thing from boxing, that I think that nobody can bring a knee so hard like the guys punched me with the fist in the face. You know, I fought against Egidijus Kavliauskas, against Luis Crocker, against Ennis, a very good Argentinian guy, and nobody from them knocked me down. I mean, okay, Luis Crocker knocked me down with the liver shot, but not to the head. And for me, it's I think it's one of the best thing if you are a good striker. So I just can concentrate me now on for the grappling game and for the wrestling, you know, because I know I can kick, I can punch, and I also can take punches, you know. So I think this is really good. Of course, everybody says for MMA it's better to have a wrestling background or BJJ or whatever. Yes, but I think it's also important to have a good striking background, you know. And for me, like I said, I try to adapt everything. Now I have a good team around me, and like I said, the future will show everything.
Of course, yeah. And you've just spoke about your team there, and we've touched on it a little bit as well before. What is it like training at UFD gym with some really high level fighters like Soldik, Zawada, those sorts of fighters?
That's crazy for me. I mean, it's with the car. It's 30 minutes ride every day to the gym and also back. But I told Ivan Djakovic and Tommy Djakovic that I just want to train in this gym. I mean, like you said, we have Roberto Soldic, we have David Savada, Kerim Englinzek, we have Lom Ali Eskiev. There are so crazy types of different and good people. And for me, it's like a family. I train now for, I think, 1.5 years with the people. And yeah, we are like a little family, and it's the best of quality. And one thing in pro boxing was also, if you look, we spar 2 times a week, even if we are not preparing for a fight. But the sparring is always technical, you know. And I reminded from my boxing career. If somebody comes to sparring, it was 100% and not technical. Just I give you, you give me. I give you, you give me. You know.
Yeah.
And I did learn a lot of things this sparring. But now with all these different of guys, Soldic is ultimate striker. Zawada is the craziest wrestler I've ever met. So train at UFD gym in Düsseldorf.
Yeah. Can you just run us through what it's like to fight with a promotion like EMC? Because they are one of the biggest promotions in Europe. So what is it like to start your MMA journey with such a good promotion? Hello?
For me, it's the best thing that can happen to me because EMC is crazy. So you hear me,
I can hear you now, yeah. Oh,
Jamie?
hello?
I think it's your Wi-Fi.
Is it me? It could be me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I can hear you.
Jamie.
Yeah. Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you again.
Okay. Right. Do you want me to?
Okay.
Sorry. I think it could be my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think also because I can see it here and it shows me just one of three points, you know.
It could be mine. Sorry about that.
Everything good, everything good.
Do you want me to repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just can you run us through what it's like fighting with a promotion like EMC? Obviously it being the start of your MMA career, with them being such a big promotion in Europe, how is it fighting with them?
For me, it's the best thing that can happen to me because EMC is one of the best promotions in Europe and the best in Germany. And it's not about the promotion. It's also about, if you look what kind of connections Ivan and Tommy have, you know, they have connections to the UFC, connections to KSW, PFL, Bellator, now to one championship. And for me, it's the best thing that can happen to me because I told them, look, I know that I have a long way in front of me, but I'm ready to go this hard way, and I will do everything to sign one of these big organizations, you know, to sign a contract with them. And I told Ivan, give me 2 or 3 years, and we can start this thing. So EMC is for me the best thing that happened.
For sure. You've been on 3 consecutive EMC cards now. Can we expect that you'll be taking a bit of a break, or do you want to get back in there as soon as possible?
I think I can tell you that I will fight in February again on maybe EMC, but we are also with another promotion in contact. But I don't know. Ivan told me nothing about it, but he told me, look, stay active because your next fight will be in January or February. So I just take 2 weeks break after the fight, and now I'm back again. Started with 1 time a day training, and I think maybe on December we will start with the whole preparation for the next fight.
And do you know if that will be with the MC, or like you've just said, there might be another promotion?
I think it will be on EMC, but like I said, Ivan, he's like a joker. and in 1 second he come to you and he said, "Look what I have here, another big card," and he tells. I also told him, "Look, if we fight in the gym, we can fight in the gym. I don't need fans or something, you know." So for me, it does just the fight is the most important thing that this happened.
And is there anyone that you would like to fight on that February card that you're talking about?
Yes, of course. There is a guy. 1 week before my last fight, my opponent was canceled because of a head injury. And Ivan told me, "Look, here's a guy. You can fight against him. He's good. He has also 2 pro fights, but a lot of amateur fights." And yeah, the only thing was the guy says yes. 1 day later, no. 1 day later, again, yes. So, and for me, it doesn't matter. I told Ivan, give me this guy. I will fight him. Maybe he's a better MMA fighter, but I told Ivan, look, I don't know what kind of opponent. I fought everyone. I will fight everyone also in the future. And yes, of course, his name is Karim Böhm, and he has also a lot of amateur fights and 2 pro fights. I think it will be an interesting fight, and it doesn't matter who's in front of me. I will I will kick everyone's ass. Still, my ass get kicked, but I don't think that this will be happen.
No, certainly not. But anyway, I'll leave it at that, Deniz. Thank you very much for joining me today. Can't wait to see you
Thank you,
back
buddy.
in there.
Thank you very
So
much.
best of luck for your preparation on your next fight.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for joining me. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you
Bye.
very much. Bye bye.